Dozens of merchants here on the shore of Puget Sound received a letter in August of 2019 decrying the rise of far-right extremism in America, and its arrival in their town. Here in our own community, a prominent seafood restaurant on Marine View Drive has a connection with the Proud Boys, it said. The organizers of the mailing, who left out their names and the name of the restaurant because they feared retribution, enclosed a sign that read, "Hate has no business here," for businesses to post in their windows. Few did, but word was spreading in Des Moines. Ethan Nordine, an on-and-off assistant manager at his father's restaurant, Wally's Chowder House, was a rising star in the violent, far-right hate group that made its name brawling with left-wing activists. The issue divided the town. Some residents were calling for a boycott or at least for Ethan's father, who billed his restaurant as a place where you'll be treated like family, to denounce his son and white supremacy. Even if the owners don't share the beliefs, they need to address it, Byron Viles, an auto parts store manager, wrote in a post on a community Facebook page that attracted more than 500 comments last June. Silence is part of what brought Hitler to power. Others defended Ethan's parents, Mike and Judy Nordine, saying they should not be held responsible for the activities of their adult son. Boycotting them for something out of their control is silly without proof they are involved themselves, wrote Marcus Emery, a fellow restaurant owner. After reaching a fever pitch last summer, the controversy receded, and for a few months it seemed that Wally's might simply go back to being good old Wally's. Then on January 6, the Proud Boys took the lead in the march on the U.S. Capitol, reaching the steps ahead of the larger mob that stormed the building to try to block the certification of Joe Biden's election as president. Front and center was a 30-year-old dressed in black with sunglasses and a tactical vest, Ethan Nordine. Wally's was a pillar of Des Moines, a marina town of 30,000 whose popularity among retirees made it more conservative than Seattle, 15 miles north. Locals came to celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. Tourists came for fresh Northwest salmon and Dungeness crab. Greeting customers at the door was Mike Nordine, who had dedicated his life to the restaurant business. He got his start in high school bussing tables at a local DoubleTree Inn, quickly working his way up to bartender and catering manager. He was fresh out of college in 1979 when his first wife died in a car accident. Even after he remarried, he remained close to his first wife's parents, and in 1991 he joined him to buy a drive-in restaurant in Buckley, Wash, a logging town southeast of Seattle. 2 years later they opened Wally's.